content creator is literally one of the worst I have seen in so long. Like so long. Anyways, let's get into this video.
Tino, the most hated TikTok. Meet Lily Tino, the most hated TikToker who streams herself bullying waitstaff, snaps bathroom selfies with strangers in the frame.
Yo, if you're transgender, what man or woman, whatever, don't get mad at someone for misgendering you. They don't mean it, bro.
And melts down on every TikTok because a waiter dared to say, "Sir." She baits people for misgender slip-ups.
Like, imagine that. Imagine being that fucking sensitive. You're as a grown-ass man to the point you have to correct someone like that. Like, you correct them, but not be this fucking bitchy. Like, bro, I'm, I'm, I look like a child compared to this person. And even I know that. Like, why? Like, do we not have common sense anymore?
Then
Let's keep
weaponizes
going,
those
though.
clips for clout, turning real workers into props for her outrage circus.
Just a sick individual.
From publicly rating Disney women's restrooms to
What? Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You can't even go without it for like 5 minutes, dude. You just want to make women and children just uncomfortable in that restroom? Like, what's wrong with you? They're like, actually, dead ass. Like, what the fuck? Like what? No, no, because this is borderline like grooming at this point. Like, what are we doing?
declaring Kurt Cobain probably trans, Lily's shock tactics
And now we're just classifying someone else's sexuality.
finally
Okay.
backfired, and the internet.
You know, I'm not one of those people, but if someone hates like trans people and all of that because of this person, I understand why. Because what am I even watching?
Couldn't be happier.
How does that much stuff happen in the next 40 seconds? Like, how does that happen in 40 seconds?
Satisfying downfall of TikTok's most hated creator, Lily Tino. Before she was Lily Tino on TikTok, she was known as Nick Contino, a shy kid escaping into video games to cope with a life that didn't feel right. Born in the early 1990s, Nick grew up loving games like Pokemon and World of Warcraft. In those virtual worlds, Nick often played as female characters, notably...
Why are we talking about removing our balls? Do you understand what this... Bro, what are we doing here, bro?
Pigtailed girl avatar named Lily, long before coming out as trans. I spent hours in
That's literally what she was trying to say right there.
Slipping out of the real world in which I lived as a cisgender boy named Nick, she later recalled. The fantasy of living as a girl provided solace from the pain and denial that marked Nick's youth. This dual life planted the seeds for a future transformation. Fast forward to adulthood, Nick built a career in the video game industry. By 2021, she was a business development lead at a gaming startup and even wrote articles about games. But inside,
was actually
Nick
living
was
a chill
struggling
life.
with gender dysphoria. In her late 20s, she finally found the courage to begin her gender transition, adopting the...
In my opinion, you don't need this. Your body was created in a way that it was for a reason. But I digress.
The name Lily Contino, often stylized as Lily Tino online. As she later explained, her life transition began with a career transition, leaving...
I was gonna say, it might have been that substance abuse that we just saw. But anyways, if you look like this, and I don't know how they sound, but if you look like this and you sound like a guy, don't be upset when someone confuses you as a guy.
The corporate gaming world to live authentically as a woman. In mid...
You look like a guy there too.
2022...
There's facial structures for your bones that also differentiate yourself. Like...
Lily publicly came out as transgender, and her personal journey was about to go very public. In November 2022, Lily Tino posted her first TikTok video, beginning to document her transition from male to female. At 32 years old, she openly shared her facial feminization surgeries, hormone updates, and everyday challenges. The response was overwhelmingly positive at first.
Okay.
Viewers flooded her early videos with support. These heartfelt
Well, yeah, because it takes a lot of courage to do that. I agree with that. Yeah.
comments show how Lily's transparency resonated with people looking for an uplifting transition story. One of Lily's first viral posts was a montage of her physical changes over time, a common TikTok trend. It struck a chord and garnered hundreds of thousands of views. Encouraged by the feedback,
What the fuck, bro? You just talking about this shit in public, bro. You talking about turning a dick into a pussy. That's what that's what this person's saying. Like, what are we doing?
Lily leaned into being a full-time content creator, even calling herself a professional
And people are like, your genitalia doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter, why are we trying to fucking remove this shit? Like, what is we?
transgender person in her
I see so
bio.
many
With
people
a
that are
warm
like that.
smile and colorful outfits, she portrayed a hopeful narrative of living authentically. In these early days, Lily's public persona was largely sympathetic. Little did her new fans know the tone of her content was about to take a sharp turn. Lily's TikTok lives also became a staple. She would stream her daily outings, especially her meals at restaurants around San Francisco, inviting viewers to share a meal with her. When I'm sitting there and just eating, it's like you're sharing a meal with me, explaining that seeing a trans person in a mundane setting could foster understanding. It was a noble idea,
Okay.
using food and candid conversation
Yeah.
to bridge gaps.
Yeah.
By early 2023, Lily had a modest but growing following, and her streams were picking up
I swear, if this is another fucking dick thing, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro. What am I reading? Read this shit. Read it.
momentum. Empowered by her viral fame,
Fuck.
Lily didn't simply continue her restaurant
What is
live
wrong with
streams,
you, bro?
She escalated them. 5 days
No, you have to be mentally ill. I'm sorry.
a
Sorry.
week,
Keep
she
going.
planted her phone on a mini tripod, turned on TikTok Live, and roamed San Francisco cafes in search of the next outrage clip. What began as lighthearted Eat With Me content morphed into a spectacle where conflict was the
Like, you just post this shit casually. You just post shit like that casually on the internet, where TikTok is mainly filled with kids. Are you serious? Like, kids should even be knowing about this shit, bro. Like, whatsoever. Like, why we like this should be playing or just chilling. Like, just I think okay. This might be a hot take. I think it would be better for a kid to be like obese and everything on an iPad kid than learn about this and turn trans early. Like, dead ass. Like, this ruined someone's life. And the fact it's just being broadcasted to TikTok is
entree.
insane.
By July 2000.
Also, never
23,
mind.
she was
Just never mind.
testing how far shock value could push engagement. Cue the inappropriate video that happened in Disney,
I'm dating someone who turned their cake pops into a donut.
Bro,
in which a scene with a literal cake pop of a potential
why do you
gender
keep
affirming
bringing this shit up? First, it was the first clip. Now it's here.
surgery. Although at this point, these videos have happened more than once.
Disney's gonna ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog
What?
into a inverted corn dog. When I got my cake pops removed, I specifically
Are we serious right now? You're doing this shit at Disney. This actually makes me want to throw up. Like, what am I looking at? Like, now you're doing it in front of children in real life, genuinely. Like, are you serious? What?
asked my surgeon to leave the bag intact. That's because down the line, if I wanted to use my cake pop stick and turn it into a donut, the bag can come in handy. Get banned from Disney. That's why we're about.
Also, can you explain to me? I'm hesitating to say this, but can you explain to me what she means by bag or they mean by bag? What is that? What are they referring to?
A good man from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair.
What is wrong with you, bro? Bro, no, just go to therapy, bro. Just go to therapy. I'm not even a person that advocates for therapy. Just go to therapy, bro. Like, fuck, please. Like,
Regrowth.
Disneyland is meant to be a
God
safe,
damn.
family-friendly space. But Lily Tino's own live stream antics are turning it into the opposite. Given her graphic, disgusting TikTok videos, many parents now feel the park isn't safe for their kids. For the sake of families, it may be time.
Yeah. No dip, Sherlock. Of course it isn't. Look at this. Like, bro, how does this even happen, dude? This person should just be banned from the park, in my opinion. Like, good God.
For Disney to show her the exit.
You Need to Chill by Juno Dawson.
The way you
I swear, if that's a trans book that teaches like to be trans, I'm gonna lose my shit.
try to target young children is a little concerning. You tried to dress up as Miss Rachel twice. You talked about your cake pop at Disneyland, and that's a children's place.
Yeah,
Viewers who'd once praised her vulnerability
not. I feel like disturbing is an understatement, bro. Like dead ass. This should just not be happening. Like, why are we messing with children? What are we doing? Why? They shouldn't be involved in anything even close to. I think they should even be involved in relationships in general, let alone this. Like, what?
vulnerability now complained that she was performing trauma for clicks. The running theme soon became misgender baiting. A server would drop a casual "sir"
Sorry, is everything okay?
I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir.
Listen, bro, how are we supposed to know that? You look like a man.
Lily's face
Sorry. The I agree with that, Raider. Especially if you sound like a guy. Like if you sounded like a woman, then sure, I guess. Like, yeah. But yeah, I don't think so.
would light up as if she'd struck gold, and the next 3 minutes would be a tirade on camera about pronouns, oppression, and educating the masses. If no one slipped, she occasionally misheard a harmless word, then scolded the staff anyway. But everything got so
Girl,
much
what?
worse. Surrounded by family.
So she just making drama out of nothing. She just bang. She just the okay. I see. Cool.
Lily began live streaming from a restroom corridor, rating each women's bathroom on
She's a drama farmer, rage baiter, and just a nuisance. Okay.
ambience and
Alright.
privacy.
Okay.
Made it into Disney World. I don't really know what the deal is with bathrooms. No, Florida is really conservative. I don't know what the rules are. Trans women are allowed to be in women's bathrooms.
Short answer? No. No. No, come here. No, they're not. Thank you. Long answer? No. Thank you. Okay. Let's continue.
But I'm about to go and use the bathroom because I have to tinkle. If I get stopped, I get stopped, I guess. But I'm a woman, so I'm going to use the women's bathroom. And being in Florida or being in California or wherever is.
You're allowed to do this in other states? Shit, bro. The road's fucked. The world's fucked. That's all I know. That's all I know. God damn.
Isn't going to stop me. So I will report back in a minute once I have hopefully tinkled without issue. Went as well as it could have gone. No one gave me any weird looks. Definitely no one stopped me. I walked in, I found a stall. I peed. I peed standing up, which is something I'm sometimes a little self-conscious of.
You peed standing up. Yo. If you're gonna try to blend, if you're gonna try to like go there, can you at least like blend in more so like these people aren't as uncomfortable as they already are? Like that would be great. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fantastic.
about with the sound. Like, oh, is there someone peeing standing up there? But you know what? I peed standing up and it was fine. And then I washed my hands and I left. And you know what? On my way out from the women's bathroom,
I feel like when they say that, it was fine. They're literally trying to be liberating. Man, I did that as a guy because you know. My God, dude, I swear.
I took a quick picture with someone who recognized me, and it was lovely. So overall, Disney World in Florida, 10 out of 10 women's bathroom experience for trans women. Would
She snapped selfies inside stalls, other women's shoes clearly visible beneath doors, and joked that Florida lawmakers would have a stroke if they saw her. Within minutes, Twitter lit up.
Of course they fuck. Of course, bro. Why you doing this shit? Like, why? This is why when I went to Florida, I actually loved it because like people, regardless of a lot of them being crazy, actually had a head on their fucking shoulders. Yes, it's great. Um, you know, but they
Parents
just keep
called the
making this
stunt
content, I guess.
creepy, activists called it reckless, and even some allies said it violated basic decency. Or
Yeah, of course it does. This person should be in jail for this shit. Like, what are we doing? Imagine. Oh my God, this shit actually makes me want to throw up. Imagine, right, if a person had bad intentions as a guy, right, and did this shit. It should just be on the news. Person 20 years, bro. At least 20 years in jail if they had bad intentions. Like, ooh.
though Lily's stun isn't consequence free, a woman
Okay.
who recognized herself in Lily's Disney restroom selfies has reportedly filed a privacy complaint with Orange County authorities, citing Florida's voyeurism statute 810.145. If prosecutors pursue the case, Lily could face a third-degree felony, up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
All right, y'all, now we have one person that has officially come forward to press charges against Lily Tino. By now, we all know Lily Tino went to Disney and went into the women's restroom and took selfies with.
I don't even think they have to pursue this much in the first place, though, because they literally fucking have it on record. They have it. They have the stream, bro. Like,
other women and children in the background
God.
without their consent, and then came on TikTok and posted and rated every single bathroom experience. I made a video talking about the fact that that was illegal in the state of Florida, much less, not to mention, it's also against Disney policy to take photos within the restrooms.
That
Yeah,
was only the warm-up.
my opinion, this shit should be illegal everywhere, but that's just me.
At a sit-down restaurant in Epcot, a waiter accidentally addressed Lily as Sir. Sensing viral potential, Lily pounced, demanding a public apology and even the removal of the bread tower. The outburst
What?
felt more like choreographed drama than genuine offense.
Bro, what?
And sure enough, the manufactured outrage sent the views soaring.
that is fancy looking.
Like, imagine if you're literally working at one of these jobs, you get fired for mispronouncing her gender affirmity or whatever it's called. I would riot. That's just me, though.
Misgendering. Yet in her own speech, Lily would casually refer to servers as guys or assume every barista would.
But wait, she's referring to them as guys. She can't do that. Let's talk about men. What if the what if the gender that that waiter's actually a woman? What?
Was a he. The
No. Wait, what? My favorite content creator is doing that? No way.
irony is how Tino preaches about neutral language while referring to his waiters as he, and in an infamous
Dude, no way, bro. It's almost like it only matters if the person actually knows you're referring to them. At least in most cases anyway. Like what? No, 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 no. Nah, it can't be that actually. Nah.
Move,
My bad, my
Lily
bad.
made a TikTok claiming that late Nirvana singer Kurt Cobain was probably trans, essentially assigning a new gender identity to a dead person who
Why are we assuming someone's gender that is dead? What are we doing? That is genuinely just sad.
never identified as such. As Lily rattled off her evidence Cobain wore dresses, he once said he felt more feminine, an early lyric
And most people, people would just call that a femboy, not a trans person. You know how they like there was tomboys and shit. So this is a problem with people that I like this because when someone is a tomboy and they're younger, if they look at this person, they probably think that they're actually a guy, or vice versa. With what I was saying just before, this is genuinely just harmful for society as a whole. Like, why?
draft mentioned wanting breasts. Viewers cringed. It came off as profoundly disrespectful and absurdly speculative. If Lily felt justified pronouncing Kurt Cobain as a transgender woman, critics argued, why should she object so strongly to someone calling her Sir?
No,
That January
literally.
2024.
Oh no, I know why. She's above all. She's above all. I apologize. That's why. Yeah.
Kurt Cobain video became the turning point. Overnight,
I mean,
the
clearly,
enthusiasm that once surrounded
that's
Lily
what I think that she thinks. Anyway, but
collapsed into near universal backlash. Even communities that supported her, including trans advocates, turned their backs. They called her out for projecting drama into every
like, my question is, how does this even get on your mind? Like, how does this even like come to your thought process? You know what I'm saying? Like to think of a dead person as this
situation, saying her
and talk
behavior
about it publicly.
reflected poorly on the whole movement. What began as solidarity quickly devolved into collective embarrassment. People accused Lily of playing the victim over minor slights, baiting attention by reacting as though everything was about her identity. When she received a polite request not to stream inside a restaurant, she saw bigotry. When a delivery went wrong, something out of the restaurant's control, she blasted the staff online instead of letting it go. These moments shift.
Some places just don't like you recording or streaming, especially. Like, what? Unless if you literally tell them beforehand and everything, and you're a very, very popular person, and then you book everything, then, that can be negated. But when it's just random like this, you're talking trash about a place that doesn't like it. It's their place. Like, what are we doing? Like, no, respect the fucking place, bro.
Public perception from advocate to entitled. It wasn't just outsiders who were losing patience, it was her own tribe. Her fans pointed out the hypocrisy, demanding respect, yet disrespecting others. They grew tired of the constant outrage and the sense that any small inconvenience
You got problems, buddy. Why are you harassing people that are just trying to do their job? Putting them just as tools basically for your content. You are a very sick individual. You like this is what I'm talking about, dude. It's just so sad.
Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. And the middle one.
Internally screaming, they misgendered me. They mispronounced me. Oh my god, how could they? How could they? I'm like 30 years old. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is why no one likes you. They're not even trying to do that to you. You can tell this guy has genuine good intentions. Just from the way he's speaking. You can tell the waiter has genuine good intentions. But they misgendered me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
One is from India. It's the papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. It's
No
cheeseburger.
longer wanting bread. Are you serious right now? I don't even eat carbs. I don't even eat carbs, and this looks amazing. Like extremely good. Like what?
With the guava
I don't
sauce.
even want this
Like,
anymore.
totally
He
sucks
misgen.
joy out of
Fucking
his
hell.
bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not gonna enjoy.
I don't even feel. I don't even feel safe anymore at this restaurant because he misgendered me. Nah, bro. I can't even do this shit.
Papadoma de gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. Is a cheeseburger with the guava sauce.
Thank you. Just like totally sucks the joy out of his bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave.
Just sucks the joy out of it. I don't even want this anymore.
I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not gonna enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry.
You should be able to go places. I know, like, I still look like a guy in my face and everything, and I still talk like one. But honestly, the fact that he misgendered me for being a guy instead of a woman, man, I just can't believe that, bro. Like, I can't be to places like this, bro. Are you serious right now? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh yeah.
I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have the check, if that's
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just.
Didn't I swear he said like training in Thai? Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but in other countries, most of them don't give a fuck about trans or whatever stuff. They're gonna correct themselves, but they just don't know about it. This is mostly just in the US. So like you know.
Not use gendered language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. No. Exactly, right? Like, if you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course, no problem with.
Yes. Come here. Yes. If it's truly an accident and they had no intention of doing it. Hello? Welcome back. Get them recording. Yes. Yes, I'll forgive them if they have no intention of doing it. And it's something as trivial as this? Are we serious? It's not even like they did extreme harm to you or anything. Like what? Like what are we talking about here, bro? I mean, maybe that's just because I'm a young man that has intelligence and I had slightly on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know.
Whatsoever, all of that hurt is now undone. That's not how it works. Sorry about what happened. It's okay. I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too, so
You don't have, are you sure?
you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
Sorry
very
about
much.
that.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank
Crucially,
That's how you know he's genuinely sorry. But you still hurt my feelings, though. People are too fucking sensitive now, bro. I swear. I swear. And I didn't even think this way until bro. I didn't understand that sentiment until I saw stuff like this.
trans creators blasted her too, pleading, "Please don't judge us by Lily." Parents who'd witnessed the spectacle posted statements describing frightened children.
No, I know that because of course there's amazing trans people. Of course, there's amazing types of people always. But there's just people like this that is the like what's it called? Like talking point. It's just sad. Like there's that one vegan teacher or whatever that bad credited vegans for so long to the point they were still being made of for years. Like it's just sad.
And staff walking on eggshells. Disney's own employee subreddit blew up with cast members venting about influencers turning the parks into career-ending minefields. The fallout was swift. Lily lost brand deal inquiries, her daily follower gain flipped negative for the first time, and Bread Tower became shorthand for performative outrage. In that single week, she transformed from controversial to radioactive. Proof, many said, that her live streams weren't about awareness anymore. They were about manufactured martyrdom at the expense of ordinary workers just trying to do their jobs. The funniest thing about all this, though, is that she's now being recognized at restaurants, and some owners don't even want
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. See, being recognized at places like this, a lot of influencers actually like it, but that's because they're actually good upholding members of society. You know what I'm saying? But find out what happens with this one.
to
Shit.
serve her anymore because viewers are calling ahead to
Oh, they don't
warn
want to
that
serve
she's
her anymore?
just trying to score a free meal.
Who would have thought that was gonna happen?
Oh, ignore it.
They say morning and you tell company for free.
No, it's not true.
I mean, it is true. We clearly saw it in this video, but it's okay.
I'm so sorry.
They calling me because they say they can come here and can order like free food.
They're saying that I'm saying that you can come here and order free food.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
happened.
So can you tell with them like is it my restaurant just restaurant?
Oh, I trust me, I understand. I never said that there's any free food. Those are internet trolls.
Yeah.
But if you'd like, I'm happy to get the check now and leave so that I can be out of your hair.
But they just calling me saying, but why you keep saying like that, blah blah blah. I say I don't know.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do about them, but I am happy to pay my bill now.
I mean, I don't know how the quote unquote internet trolls. What are they saying is what happened. You know what I'm saying? But apparently they're just trolls, bro.
If you'd like, if you want, if you want.
The food is almost done. I just want to let you know because so many people calling.
Yeah, no, it's not that they're really sad, miserable people that are.
They're really sad, miserable people for telling the truth, man. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Transphobic that try to make my life more difficult.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry that you had to be a target of that because you're just here making food and I'm just here eating the wonderful food.
That's why.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah.
Imagine sitting on the internet and calling up a family-owned restaurant and lying to them.
How is that a lie?
I would really love to leave this restaurant a significant tip. Our first $10 tip came through. Oh my gosh, y'all coming through. We are tipping $210.
That's
because
yeah. I was like, is that all from their chat? They didn't even want to tip them themselves. By the way, they just want to use a tip that they got from their chat. They didn't use their own money. That was elsewhere. They just okay.
y'all, thank you
Cool.
for helping make it up to this restaurant.
As Lily's content pivoted toward conflict, the internet's goodwill
I don't know why you would donate to this person. I would actually be surprised if she even used all of that money, to be honest with you.
began to evaporate. On Reddit forums, users started circulating clips of Lily's outbursts. Others,
Seeing this
both
clip over
trans
and
and
over
cis,
again
agreed
actually
that Lily's
just makes me
behavior
thought.
was making the transgender community look bad by reinforcing the stereotype of the overly aggressive, perpetually offended trans activist. The sentiment was summed up by another Redditor. How fragile can you be? I'm non-binary. I would never do what she's doing. Mistakes happen, you correct it politely or ignore it, but this is too much. TikTok itself also turned on Lily. Her own videos' comment sections became war zone.
Oh wow, who would have thought a genuine toxic community, not toxic community. A lot of people in the trans community is actually good people. Just this person and people like them are terrible. But anyways, a genuine toxic person on the internet that people turn on. Who would have thought, dude? That's crazy.
Many viewers accused her of manufacturing outrage. Stitches and reaction videos multiplied, with other TikTokers openly mocking Lily's antics. One viral stitch showed a montage of waiters immediately apologizing to Lily after saying "sir" to highlight how none of them meant any harm, and then cut to Lily furiously lecturing them regardless. Even some transgender creators joined the pile-on, saying Lily's over-the-top reactions were unwarranted and harmful. Importantly, Lily's hypocrisy became a talking point. She often insisted that others use gender-neutral terms, like calling customers friend instead of sir, ma'am, to avoid.
Why would someone call you friend when they don't fucking know you? Hi, friends. Get the fuck out of here. Get, pack it up, buddy. Oh my God, bro. It's so stupid, man.
Was part of a grand oppression. Critics argued she was weaponizing her trans identity, not to advance rights, but to deflect any accountability.
Yep.
And so, the narrative flipped. The same audience that cheered her on began to see a pattern of behavior that didn't feel authentic or righteous. It felt performative. In their eyes, Lily's dissent wasn't the result of opposition, it was self-inflicted. By turning every minor hurt into a crusade, she alienated people who once saw her as a leader.
Hi.
I don't know how you would see this as being a leader, but I digress. Maybe they just thought of it because of how, you know, they performed on camera or whatever. I could see that somewhat, so.
I'm a food critic and I travel around San Francisco with my phone and stream my meals. Typically, for any meal, between like 75 and 100,000 people will witness the meal, either live or after the fact. Would this be a good time for me to record my experience here? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Snow on. Okay. I think they're like all watching me as I walk out. All right, well, goodbye.
I mean, if you genuinely cause a disturbance, like how you've been doing in all these other restaurants, how are you gonna act surprised? Like, how are we gonna act surprised from this? Like, what? Like, that's just no.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to
I don't
say.
know how to.
Why would they do this to me? I don't know. Like, bro, are you serious?
They're all just kind of looking at me from the kitchen, like, okay. I'll leave. Yeah, it definitely is intimidating for it to be that many people, but there's several reasons I mention it. Is one, because I want them to know that it's not just like I'm a random person videoing my food. Because it also lets them know, like, hey, enough people are going to be seeing this that you want to be sure.
To be honest with you, I have a feeling, at least that's for me. I could be completely wrong. That it's not because you announced that you're a food critic or whatever. It's probably because they somehow know you or whatever, just like the other video. But
to like be on your game, and also it could result in a free meal. So,
one recurring issue
if you're doing it for a free meal, you shouldn't be going out like this.
Is Lily Tino's shocking treatment of restaurant staff during her frequent live streams. Tino often broadcasts herself dining out, with her viewers paying for her meals via TikTok live donations, only for her to relentlessly complain about trivial issues and demand special treatment.
Push them back a little bit.
They're both inarguably the same, is what I think that they were going to say. They're not the same. You can't get pregnant from a woman with another woman. That's it's simple. Like, what do we? It's just so. When feelings are above facts inside of people, that is very dangerous, extremely dangerous, because you can't even reason with them. Like, you shouldn't even be like around these people.
Am I still going to use the women's bathroom even if it's against like rules? Yeah, I think I will. As a statement, you know, if
I think I'm gonna make people uncomfortable in restroom, children included, as a statement. Are you serious? Are we serious right now? Are, Like you can tell how fucking tired I am because I'm tired of listening to this bullshit. Like, what am I watching?
For example, if I was in Florida, I was in Florida last week, and it was not allowed for me to be in a women's bathroom, I would still use a women's bathroom.
I would still break the law. I do not care for the law. I would still do it, is what she said. Okay.
Because that is something that I feel strongly about. If they want to make a stink about it, they can, and I'm happy to make a stink about it too. That's how we fight back, y'all. That's how we fight back.
That's how we fight back, y'all. That's how we fight back. Make them uncomfortable. Make all of them uncomfortable. For me, just because I want to do it. I can't go in the place that I was technically supposed to be in for just 3 minutes. No. I have to make people uncomfortable and have them think about it after they're outside of that restroom. That's what they're saying, basically. Like, what do we?
So,
Good
acts
God.
of solidarity with our trans brothers and sisters and siblings.
In one instance, she badgered a waiter with endless questions about a salad dressing, even requesting a sample of it, seemingly just to create conflict. Night after night, she finds something wrong with her meal or service and demands to see managers, often trying to get employees reprimanded or even fired for minor mistakes. Observers have noted a pattern. She'll complain about a hair in her food while her own dog sits nearby, shedding fur.
I just can't believe like I thought about becoming trans or at least like a femboy, and I just see stuff like this. Like I don't want to do that. I like I don't want to do it anymore. Like just dead ass. Like no.
Then use the situation to score
Like because I
freebies
genuinely
or
thought like I was born in the wrong body and stuff, but like now like nah.
refunds. All the
Definitely not,
while,
dude.
viewers are sending her hundreds of dollars in donations.
Right? Like I wake up, I do everything I do during the week revolves around this because I love doing it. There are other things that I could do that might even be a way to like, accumulate more wealth. But I love doing it so much.
I love making people uncomfortable. I love it. I love it.
But just be able to do this streaming and not have to worry about finances for, the rest of my life. I would. Because I love doing it. I'm fulfilled here. I'm fulfilled. This is what I like to do. I love hanging out here. That's it. So, obviously that's not possible, this hypothetical situation. Money's always something that I worry about. But y'all make it so much less of a worry because you're incredibly generous. So, thank you. You can't ask for much more in life than to be content.
Essentially rewarding her for manufacturing outrage. Critics argue that Tino deliberately provokes staff to elicit a misstep, for example, an employee misgendering her, only to then play the victim and blast the incident online. In one absurd case, she got stuck in an elevator and pressed the emergency call button. When the unseen operator addressed her as Sir over the intercom, Tino flew into a rage, despite
What?
the fact that the person couldn't even see her.
Bro, what? But how you gonna do this to people that can't even see your ass, bro? Oh my god. You look like a guy, you sound like a guy, and then you just act immature. I can't say you act like a guy. You just act immature, just straight up. You don't act like any gender. You just act immature as hell. And then like, fuck.
Right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit my fault because there's people who were in the elevator that came out while I was waiting for it and said, "Oh, hey, we're not sure this elevator is working," but like the elevator looked like it was working when they walked out, so I was like, what's the worst that could happen? And I pressed the button and the door closed, and the buttons didn't work.
Wow, who would have thought that was gonna happen?
And now we're stuck here. I pressed the call button and it went to my apartment person. Of course, they called me sir as soon.
Of course they call me sir. Like, oh my gosh, they should just know. Like, what What the fuck? Like, I know I was originally a man and transitioned over to being a woman, but they should just know, dude. Like,
As I said hello. Hello, sir.
you sound like a guy, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe you should like take some vocal training to like sound less like a guy or whatever, because I'm pretty sure that is a thing. But you know,
Number one, I'm not a sir. Number two, I'm trapped in an elevator. In that order. I'd rather be stuck in an elevator and called man than out of an elevator and called.
I'd rather be. You've heard them. You heard them. They'd rather be stuck in an elevator and die eventually than called Sir and live prosperously just because you know someone misgendered them accidentally. Accidentally, by the way, not purposeful. They had full good intentions. They even try to make any arguments or anything. Nah, I'm I can't even believe you right now. Oh my gosh. Shit, dude.
Sir. And that's the truth. Oh, there's a little bounce. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, it's working. I think it's working.
I think it's working. There is another reality that this could have went better, and that's
This constant combative
but
stance
no, it
toward
just had to
anyone who
be
doesn't
a
cater
hard
to her
time.
expectations has been widely condemned. It's not
Somebody tells me that person, whoever it was they were calling, still helped them regardless of them being rude.
just cisgender audiences who are appalled. Many feel Tino's antics
But man, if it was some other people, they would not help you whatsoever. You'd be stuck in there for hours. Shoot,
feed
bro.
into the worst stereotypes of privilege and petulance. By brazenly harassing service workers and boasting about it, she's painted herself as an influencer who thinks those below
This is just
her
disgusting.
should lose their only source of income for offending her. The serious real-world impact is clear. She's attempting to punish low-wage employees
Yep.
to satisfy her ego, and viewers find it disgraceful. She's quick to take offense at other people's behavior.
People are already struggling for jobs, and yet she just basically can get them fired for this nonsense. Yup. It's great. It's a great world we live in. Great country. Everything's amazing. You know what I'm saying? The fact that people accept this.
Yet, she's been guilty
Good
of some
God.
pretty despicable actions herself. In a now infamous livestream clip, Tino appeared to call her pet dog, Nugget, a racial slur, the N-word.
What?
Nugget?
Based on how long that was, I have a feeling that was a hard R. How do you confuse the hard R? No. How do you confuse the hard R with nugget? How you do that? Yo, anyone want to tell me? Yo, any racist watching this want to tell me? Yo, can you you just try to defend this person? Yo, it would be great.
Nugget?
Now, this content creator's name is Lily Tino, and the other night she was live on stream when she was going to tell her viewers something about her dog Nugget, but instead of saying her dog's name Nugget, she ended up saying another word that starts with an N, and like I said, she definitely should not be saying this word. Now, it seems like she said...
That's how you know, bro. That's how you know she got on standby. She got that shit on standby, ready, aimed and fired, bro. Aimed and fired.
the word that starts with the letter N on accident, but I really don't understand how you accidentally say that word instead of nugget.
She later tried to claim it was an accident, insinuating she merged the words shiver and nugget together.
Shiver, nugget. Shiver and nugget. Never. You. The never in the hard R. Those are like somewhat, not even really, Nah, get another excuse, bro.
But virtually no one bought that
Nah,
excuse.
bro.
Viewers pointed out that you don't get that word by accident. Given
Yeah.
Tino's track record, people believed this slip was no slip at all. It was an ugly reveal of language
Track record.
she had on the tip of her tongue. The incident only reinforced perceptions of her as overtly racist, and it attracted
you mean that? I'm
intense
stupid.
backlash.
Right.
Now, just a few months ago, Lily Tino just unveiled a brand new face, crediting a mid-five-figure facial feminization.
You look truly just plastic. Like, this actually looks like high-key creepy. Like those creepy dolls, bro. Nah.
Package, brow bone, an orbital shave, rhinoplasty,
Looks like a horror movie, kinda.
lip lift,
Yeah.
jaw taper, and a likely tracheal shave, all revealed in a slick TikTok montage that racked up 500,000 views in 24 hours.
It has been 20 days since my FFS. About 70% of the swelling is gone, but it'll take another year or two for the rest of it to go down. So let me show you around my new face. For reference, here's what I looked like before. First up is the hairline. You can see that it has been moved forward. The line is pretty pronounced right now, but it will fade over time. You might also be wondering about this little dent right here. That is internal stitching, and it will go away in a few weeks. Now, my nose is quite swollen, and that will go down over time, but take a look. You can see it's way more of a ski slope now. Also, my brow bone is way less pronounced. My surgeon said that the brow would probably be the thing that made the most difference in the beginning to feminize my face, and I tend to agree with them. Now, my lips haven't changed, but they went through my lower mouth to
This is just sad. This is just straight up sad.
get to my jaw. It's hard to see the result here right now because there is a lot of swelling, but over time you'll see that it is much softer. And last but not least, the Adam's apple is gone. I want to give a huge shout out to my mom who took care of me as I recovered. My mom actually extended her trip several times to take care of me because I got COVID in the hospital. That made recovery a whole lot harder, but luckily I had a wonderful support network.
How does he has a extremely good mom like this, yet you're such a toxic human being? No offense to them, but is it just because they don't have a dad or something? That they don't know, like, how to treat waiters and everything? Is that why?
Of
Like,
friends
I'm
as
just
well
wondering.
that helped me walk my dog and brought food and did all these wonderful things. And I'm super excited for y'all to come on my healing journey as my face settles in over the next few years.
Supporters flooded the comments with hearts, but skepticism hit just as fast. Two reaction channels slowed her before and after frames and argued the changes were mostly filter work, calling the surgery story another sympathy grift. On Reddit, users traced a spike in livestream donations during the weeks she staged restaurant confrontations, claiming viewers basically bankrolled her makeover, while still asking for healing snack money, prompting TikTok to demonetize at least one post, an action Lily publicized on LinkedIn as proof she
I think she should just be banned from TikTok, like just as a whole. I think she just should not just. She just shouldn't be on this app, like just in general. Like, why is she on this app? Just not good. But
targeted for being trans. By mid-2020,
you're not being targeted for being trans. You're targeted for being an asshole, bro. Like, you're a genuine, terrible human being. Like, what is this, dude? God damn, dude. Just so stupid. And also, why is this even a thing? Why are you making all of your content towards, like, your certain sexuality or whatever? You will never see a content creator that's just, like, a straight content creator. That will never happen. Just because it's not content that should... It doesn't inspire creativity. Like, I feel like all content should at least do that to some extent, or it provides something. But,
25, Lily Tino's public image is, to put it bluntly, in tatters. Once the beneficiary of sympathetic media profiles and celebrity shoutouts, she's now more famous as a cautionary tale. Her TikTok account still boasts around 405,000 followers, a considerable number, but one wonders how many are hate following to catch the next train wreck? Across
Yeah.
Reddit, TikTok, and YouTube, Lily has become a running joke and a source of outrage. There are dedicated snark pages cataloguing.
What does that even mean? A transcentric. Hold on, hold on. No, you give me a second. Someone that's transphobic. Okay, so a turf is someone that's transphobic.
Her misdeeds. In comment sections, you'll find upvoted remarks like, yes, she's a Karen, yes, she treats waitstaff terribly. Even many in the transgender community refer to her with disappointment or outright anger.
Okay, I know being transphobic is of course bad, but tell me why this person actually has better manners than this person. Like, tell me why the transphobic woman has more manners than this person. Like, what the fuck? She literally asked, "Yo, you want me to move because I technically hate you and like everything you stand
Feeling
for?"
she's giving them a bad rep.
Crazy.
It's a remarkable reversal of fortune. In barely 2 years,
Like,
Lily
no, look at this. I get I get to be who I want to be, and you get to be what you want to be. She's not doing anything to harm whatsoever. Being very respectful, regardless of hating her or him, whatever the fuck. I don't fucking care. That's crazy. Crazy. Just
went from an unknown person finding herself to a celebrated trans influencer to arguably one of the most disliked personalities on TikTok, and the public's morbid
I'm not a
fascination
witch. Yeah, that woman's funny. I love to talk to that person. Nah.
with her downfall is, as the title of this video suggests, satisfying to a great many, because in the eyes of her critics, Lily Tino brought this on herself. They see a person who weaponized her identity to bully others, who cried victim while victimizing innocent bystanders, like waitstaff just trying to do their jobs.
Yep.
Watching someone like that face consequences, losing respect, becoming a laughing stock.
It only makes
almost
me smile, man. Sorry, no, I'm kidding. Well,
primal itch for poetic justice.
yeah.
Yet, there's a tragic element here too. Somber Lily's story could have been one of empowerment and bridging understanding. She had a real opportunity to educate and spread empathy. Remember how she started wanting to share meals so people see a trans person eating and feel common humanity. But as her platform grew, ego and anger seemed to have taken over. The
That's for
lure
sure.
of viral
You can tell this person is very egotistical. Like, extremely. It's not even funny.
drama overshadowed the initial message of tolerance. In the end, Lily Tino's downfall underscores a truth about internet fame. Virality is a double-edged sword. The same TikTok algorithm that elevated her when she garnered sympathy cut her down when she courted infamy. For many viewers, the downfall of Lily Tino is indeed satisfying, a comeuppance for objectionable behavior. For Lily, and perhaps those close to her, it's likely a lonely place to be, renowned for all the wrong reasons. As of now, Lily continues to post content, seemingly undeterred, but the public's trust and admiration are long
Spreading
gone.
stuff like
The
this to children, I think, should at least put you in jail for like, I'm not saying extremely long, but like some years. Like being a toxic influence on children, like I would say like a year to 3 years, just in prison.
saga of Lily Tino serves as a warning. On social media, authenticity can win you followers. But if attention becomes addiction, today's hero can become tomorrow's villain in the blink of an eye. And when that happens, the same audience that built you up will revel in tearing you down. one bread tower at a time. Would probably beg to argue that there's another TikToker out there who people actually hate even more. We've done a
How?
deep dive on them, and if you've never heard of this
Threats
story,
fake the
it's
satisfying
generally an insane
downfall
one,
of
where this
ticks and
TikToker
roses.
faked having Tourette's until her family
Bro.
themselves actually called her out for it. If you're interested in that,
Bro, you can't be
click here
serious.
or link.
Her family had to call her out for it just for it to be actually known. And yeah, that was the end of this well, crazy lady, crazy video, to say the least. Anyways, make sure to subscribe to me, but also Blaze. I'll put him down in the description if you want to watch the original video. He's a great content creator. He has amazing editing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.